Never seen really much videos of each other, and a good rush in by Devon Tordoff, taking away the big explosive spinning kick by Riley Pequin, but good dirty boxing here by both these fighters now.
Yeah, again, the striking of Pequin is very good, and you can see Tordoff immediately covering up those ribs after the knees coming in from Riley Pequin. Again, no knees to the head at all here in amateur, but knees to the body certainly doing damage here in the early going for Riley Pequin.
And those knees, you can see the size of Riley Pequin's legs, and I think that Devon Tordoff just said, hey, let's get this to the ground so those knees can stop.
Yeah, again, you saw him shy away from those knees there, and you mentioned the size of Riley Pequin's legs here. A very compact 185 at 6 feet. A very big build, a lot of muscle for Riley Pequin. And now looking for a choke up against the cage. Tordoff not really in much danger here yet. Although Riley using it to land big shots to the midsection.
And that's the maturity of Riley Pequin. Although he gave up a bad position here, although now he might try and slip in that guillotine. Good switch by Devon Tordoff, who can now get to work. But Riley Pequin of old, the very one we saw in his very first fight, would have tried to burn out his arms on a guillotine, and it wasn't the best position. Instead, he used it as a good advantageous position to land those good shots. But now it is Devon Tordoff's turn to work from the top. And again, very long, which is sometimes hard for these compact fighters to deal with.
So Tordoff continuing to work from the top. Pequin spinning out, trying to get away, but unable to do so. Again, Riley Pequin losing a title fight last time we saw him in the cage to Brent Auger. Had difficulty on the ground. Jeremy, a little bit better here tonight so far against Devon Tordoff, but still finding himself fighting off his back.
Well, and now he's given up side control, but using those big muscles for a switch. And I think that's a switch that you won't see from anybody minus maybe Riley Pequin, who is a monster. And now he is in a mount position, so look for him to posture down and try and land some good quick strikes to the body and perhaps set up an arm bar or an Americana. Pretty much the only two things you can do from the top.
He did initially put a forearm across the neck of Devon Tordoff, looking possibly for a choke there, but was unable to find it. But again, Pequin on top after landing some significant damage via knees in the beginning of the round and then getting taken down, but again, powering through and getting out on top, now trying to drop forearms and knees. Big leg kick. And when you come from a gym like PMA Karate, you can expect the leg kicks to come through. A spinning back kick, Jeremy. A jumping kick to the midsection, and again, trying to throw a huge, another spinning kick to the midsection. Riley Pequin is targeting the ribs of Devon Tordoff, and now he just throws him to the ground.
The power of Riley Pequin, I think, is being a real problem here for Devon Tordoff. He just doesn't know how to deal with it. But the power is one thing. The technique is fantastic. You don't normally see a jumping, spinning back kick, but it's a very dangerous weapon. Some of the people that are doing it, it closes a lot of space very quickly, and when it lands with a lot of authority.
So Riley Pequin now just standing up, deciding to let Devon Tordoff stand up. Tordoff instead giving him a kick from the ground, trying to invite him back into the ground game. Very wary, Jeremy, with the speed that those kicks came in, those jumping kicks. You can see the marks on the chest and arms of Devon Tordoff from where those kicks were landing. Some big red marks there on the 185er.
That's one way to counter the length of Devon Tordoff, is to use your legs, which are longer, but these are big bombs being thrown by Riley Pequin. He continues to throw. This fight is not long for, and stepping in, the fight is finished. Riley Pequin said that he is a new professional type of fighter. He just showed it right there.